Today on Hot News, forget teenage rebellion, college students heart mom.
I'll tell you about a website that'll raise your IQ and help the hungry.
The male brain can be pretty mysterious. I'll give you a hint on what's going on up there.
Welcome to HotNews.tv.
Here's a look at this week's top stories. At last, U.S. aid is on its way to cyclone victims in Myanmar. The UN says it will continue deliveries despite interference by the military junta that controls the country. The terrorist group Hezbollah has seized control of western Beirut. Fighting broke out earlier this week between Hezbollah and government troops. Both Democratic senators claimed primary victories this week. Obama won North Carolina, Clinton squeaked out a narrow win in Indiana. A huge drug bust shook up the campus of San Diego State University. 75 students were arrested. 6 fraternities tied to the drug ring have been suspended pending a university hearing. Wedding bells in Texas. First daughter Jenna Bush will tie the knot with Henry Hagar this Saturday in a private ceremony at the Bush's Ranch in Crawford.
It's Mother's Day weekend, and if you're like most college students, you're probably closer to your mom now than you were when you were living with her. A survey showed that students talk to their moms more about life, responsibility, and healthy decision-making in college than they did in high school.
Eating food that's harvested locally can make a major impact on the environment, in a good way. Laura Boudreau from the University of Pennsylvania explains.
Have you ever considered how much oil is burned to get an apple off the tree and into your hand? The average fruit or vegetable travels between 15 and 2,500 miles to reach groceries in your neighborhood. With the environment on many people's minds, community groups are changing the way we think about food. One such group has formed at the University of Pennsylvania.
Pharmacology's general mission is to bring more local food to Penn's campus and to spread awareness of why it's important to eat local and sustainably.
The group has held local food nights at Penn dining halls, started its own food stand, and has worked to bring farmers markets to campus.
They decided that a first step in terms of sort of trying to make a case that there'd be a good response at Penn to promoting local food would be to have local food dinners. There was such a response. I think the dining halls that held the local food dinner each semester would get like about 4 times the number of students that typically ate at that dining hall.
This past weekend, the group held a food summit that brought together students from colleges and universities around Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I think that it's important that we discuss local foods here because it shows that there's a great way that you can get really great food relatively inexpensively right in your backyard.
Convincing students of the benefits of going local is what this group is all about.
And the goal of the conference really is to bring students not just the education about what they should be doing, but really the skills and know how to make it happen.
It is estimated that each dollar you spend on local food is worth $2.50 for the community. Find out more about how you can bring local food to your college campus. Check out www.localharvest.org for information about local food production in your area.
To hear what our professional journalist thought of Laura's piece, click on Watch More. And do you think you've got what it takes to be on our show? Prove it. Register as a student reporter today.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Cosmopolitan Magazine with another first date tip. If you're standing on the doorstep and he doesn't make a move, don't panic, although it is awkward. The truth is, guys have gotten so many mixed messages about how fast to push things physically, he may just get insecure and freeze up at that critical moment. You can always help him along by reaching for his hand or even leaning in for a kiss.
What is the world record for the number of years between one woman's firstborn child and her last? Is it A, 25 years, B, 32 years, or C, 41 years? We'll tell you in just a sec. So how many years is there between the record holder's firstborn and lastborn? The answer is C, 41 years. Elizabeth Ann Buttle from England had a daughter Belinda in 1956 and a son Joseph in 1997. Elizabeth was 60 when Joseph was born.
Are you getting a box of chocolates from Walgreens for Mother's Day? Unacceptable. Mom deserves only the best. And according to Forbes magazine, The most expensive chocolate in the world is the Madeline Truffle. It's made by Nibschilt Chocolatier in Norwalk, Connecticut. Each of these masterpieces costs $250. So, what makes them so expensive? Well, they start with a French Périgord truffle, then cover it with a ganache made of Valrhona chocolate infused with, I'm not gonna read that anymore, because I don't know what it means. But trust me, your mom wants one of these things.
In a past show, Antonio told us about the USB mixtape, which lets you put MP3s onto a memory stick that hides inside a teeny cassette tape. You want it? Register for our site and leave a comment for this story, telling us about the best mixtape you've ever made. Our favorite will win the prize. Good luck.
FreeRice.org is a website with two goals. 1, feed the hungry, and 2, make you smarter. Each time you log on, the website tests your vocabulary. You'll be presented with a word and several possible definitions. If you pick the right answer, 20 grains of rice are donated to the hungry through the United Nations World Food Program. The words get harder as you play, and rice is donated for each correct response. The program is only 5 months old, and already 24 billion grains of rice have been donated.
That does it for another week of Hot News, but we'll be back on Monday with new episodes. Enjoy your weekend, and a big shout out to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day. Mwah. We love you.